David Long, Chief Executive Officer of the National Electric Contractors Association. That's a title. That's a big title.
Well, it's I've been fortunate to get here, and I'm excited to talk to you this morning. As we're speaking, we have a huge conference going right on in Dallas, where we have the Women in NECA conference going on. I want to give them a shout out if they are listening, but we have a lot going right now.
Oh, and you have a large group of women who are also electrical contractors. And forgive me for not knowing that.
Yes, and our CFO, Tracy Walker, she's down there heading that meeting up. But we run a lot of meetings across the country to try to help our contractors, no matter where they're at, what level. As you know, that this is our 125th year as NECA, as an organization. Our job is to help our contractors be the best contractors in America. We have a great trained workforce, so you know we're in the electrical revolution of this country, and it's exciting right now.
Okay, let's talk about electricians of the past. We'll talk about the early 19th century versus today. What's really changed?
Training, education, contractor sophistication, customer demand. You know, if you look at the first 80 years, 90 years we were there, you know, when NECA started and our workforce, we had no training. We developed training. We've developed pension funds and retirement and healthcare. We've evolved as an industry, but when you turn the corner starting in 2000, with the driving of the electrical revolution of America, our skill set worker is different level now. It requires an immense amount of training. We have 300 plus training centers across America where we can take anyone coming out of high school, new career, military, any walks of life, any background of life, and get them to a skill set of a journey level worker where they make a great living for their family. And that's just the beginning. Then they can go into starting their own company. They can become into management. They can continue to be a supervisor on jobs, technical training. It goes on it. And you might wind up one day being hired as the National Electrical Contractor CEO. That's how far you can go.
I knew you were coming on, David, and you know I was thinking, I always think about what do I really want my audience to know. So I was thinking that, you know, young people, I don't know. I'm not involved with high school. I don't know if they're taking these kinds of trades in high school, but I know there's all these data centers that are coming out, and these data centers are electrical. All they are electrical hubs. That's all that they are. Who's going to service them? Is that your future?
Absolutely. We're involved in all the data centers across America. I have an opportunity to meet absolutely regular with data center owners and companies across America, plotting out the need for labor force, the skill set that is needed, the contractor that's needed, all of above. And Val, I have to use this analogy. When I came out of high school, I didn't want to go to college. I didn't really have the financial means to go to college. My dad said, son, you either need to get an education or you need to get a trade. He misspoken because my trade is the best education I've ever got. And we want to bring people into this industry, and we want to build their self-value, self-worth, educational background, that they are trained and they're educated. They can go anywhere in the state of Texas. They can go anywhere in any state of the United States and get a job, be qualified, and get this, Valor. We do this in a way where it costs the student no money. So you not only have a job, and we require, Department of Labor requires us to have 8,000 hours on the job training, and we have 700 plus hours of education in the classroom. Those go hand in hand, and all the while you're doing that, you're having a paycheck, and you have health care, and you have retirement funds, and you start building self-value, self-worth for yourself and your family. Because the ultimate goal, everybody's dream, is to have a home, have a family, and be able to provide, and then be able to retire.
I'm so moved by your understanding of what people need in our society. You know, everyone is not college material. There's nothing against college. I'm not saying that. I have a college degree, but everybody's not college material. Everybody can't afford college. But yet here is a job that besides you, I haven't heard anybody else, people aren't saying that this is something that you can support your livelihood with. You can make a good living with. So we've got to start speaking differently, David.
Well, I think sometimes, Valder, we almost mess up. We call this apprenticeship, and that's a big word now. But I look back in history and say, dang, we should have not called them electrical apprenticeships. We should have called them electrical colleges. And I wonder where we would be today. But let me say this much. I got a college degree in my 40s, but I learned to make a living and have an education provide my family when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. And it didn't cost me anything. Here's what I'm saying. This is a career that you can have. It invests none of your own money. At the same time, learn a trade that will absolutely and get educated in a way that you can go anywhere in this country and go to work. And at the same time, we provide you health care, retirement funds, and we start building your self-worth. Because if we want to build great communities, we need to build great people, and that's what we try to do.
If someone wants to, and my audience is really made of the parents and the grandparents. The kids, I don't know what they listen to, but my audience is parents and grandparents. They want to talk to their loved ones about this. Where they go online, where they get information, say, look, you need to get out here and get this training.
Absolutely. And it's easy, Valor. It's necanet.org/work. You can click on it and it takes you through all the career paths. It takes you through our chapters. We have a great chapter in Dallas and North Texas there. We have locations. In fact, we're just starting a new pre-apprenticeship program in the state of Texas around the data center companies. We need workers. And if you're a parent or a grandparent, I got some great news. You can keep your money in the bank and we will educate your child or your grandchild and we will make them very successful in life.
I love this, David. I love your mission. I love your passion. I love your experience in this. Thank you, Jared, so very much for being who you are. And thank you for stopping by the Valder Beebe Show. I really appreciate it. And next time your team is in Dallas, invite me. I'll bring my team.
Absolutely. We just booked a couple of national conventions a few years down the road, and we'll make sure you're invited. And I just want to say, please get the message out. Listen, what our young people need is an opportunity and hope, and that's what we provide, okay?
I know. We need to quit complaining. I appreciate you so much, David. Thanks for being my guest on the Valder Beebe Show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.